these are the top 5 reasons that there may be an error on a title search. This is Dave at titlesearch.com. Usually when there's an error on a search, it was either done not by a title company or not by a certified title agency or even done by an individual. And the most overlooked things go something like this. First of all, if it's a non-certified search, that's the biggest reason for an error. That means that the search may not have been done to industry standards and may not include all the things that a person might expect to be on a title search. There's a lot of ways to define what a title search is. Some people even define just pulling a deed copy as a title search when in fact that's not going to have liens or mortgages. So that's number one. Number two is doing a title search electronically. Title records are all maintained in paper document form. They're not data, they're not something you can pull up on a computer screen. They're paper documents that are actually in books sitting in a courthouse or records room. In fact, for each title search on a property, there may be 4 or even 5 different locations that you have to visit all of them to get all of the proper records. So doing it electronically is a way to certainly increase the probability of errors. Number 3 is exactly that same error, not looking at all the sources. Even if you do it in person, if you just go to the deed records office, you're not going to find things from the probate records or maybe civil court or maybe the tax assessor. Not visiting and viewing all the sources of documents is the 3rd biggest error that we see. We had a commercial property that somebody brought us a title search that was missing something. They knew about this particular encumbrance, and it was because whoever had done that original search did not check the Secretary of State's office for UCC filings, and that's where this encumbrance came from. It wasn't even in the county records or in the land records. It was at the state Secretary of State UCC filing, and for that reason it was overlooked on the search they had done before, and I'm not sure who did that search. The number 4 most common reason for an error on a title search is getting the wrong type of search. Sometimes you need a COS or an O&E search, and it's ordered as a thin search. Sometimes you might need a 30-year chain of title, and it's ordered as a current owner search. Getting the correct type of search for your need is the biggest reason that a search will be successful if you get it done that way. The last reason, and this is a big one, not checking all names. Title records, any document that could affect a property, a lien, a mortgage, an encumbrance, is indexed by the name that appears on it, not by address, not by parcel number. It's indexed by the name. So if you don't check all the names that could be associated with that property, then that might be an error if that's what you want to get. So be sure that if you need to know that there are liens or mortgages against a different name, that the search is ordered that way from whoever you get the search from. Paying attention to those top 5 will eliminate 99% of the errors that you'll find on a search. Getting a title search from a certified title examiner will certainly be a way that you make sure that examiner checks all those boxes. If you have more questions about getting a title search or even what kind you might need, you can reach us at our website at titlesearch.com.